Opening. Three pictures appear. One is of a woman giving a presentation behind a podium. Another photograph depicts two people engaged in a conversation. The other photograph is of a man explaining something to another man. The title reads Access Ed Project 2008 2-Day Symposium. Title transition to the next sequence of text. Access Ed Conference on Universal Design in Higher Education and Beyond. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, September 25th and 26th, 2008. Keynote speaker, Cheryl Bergstaller. Plenary, Universality of Captioning, Virginia Shivarina. Video fades to black. Defining the Universe, Cheryl Bergstaller. Dr. Bergstaller standing behind a podium talking to the audience.
Also address universal design issues in the evaluation. If you have a little feedback form, depending on what your facility is used for, asking for feedback about accessibility issues. So universal design is kind of a goal, a vision. We can come up with suggestions for applying universal design, but it's also a process that's part of this planning and evaluation, where you identify what space you're looking at, like this room right here, for instance, and you define the universe. And I put that in quotation marks because the universe might not be everybody in the universe, but it might be more broadly than you originally thought. If it's for students, you wouldn't just design it for the average 20-something physically able student. You think of all the different characteristics a student might have. But if it's specifically for students in post-secondary education, you wouldn't have to design it to be accessible to a 3-year-old, for instance, unless you're going to have some activities where the children would be invited. So you got to think about that. Involving consumers, I mentioned that. Adopting and applying some guidelines and standards. There are some guidelines for universal design, but they're not to replace other standards that exist. For instance, if you're designing, an architect was designing a bathroom, I don't know what those standards are, but there are all kinds of them. I know we did an addition on our house, and how much room you leave for this, that, whatever, how high is the shower head, and things like that. So you still consider those standards that are out there, but then you also adopt and plan for universal design along with those. And then you also plan for accommodations because the design might not be suitable for everyone. And then if it's a facility that a lot of people use support, then of course there needs to be some training and support, even training in how to respond to someone who requests an accommodation, and then evaluation.
The R2D2 Center logo appears. Below reads, copy and distribute freely but use in its entirety and do not alter. Access Ed Project Copyright 2009, Rehabilitation, Research, Design, and Disability, R2D2 Center. Please visit us at access-ed.r2d2.uwm.edu. The Access Ed project is supported in part by the U.S. Department of Education's Office of Post-Secondary Education, PR Award number P33A050090. The Access Ed documents contained in this video are those of the grantee and do not necessarily reflect directly on the U.S. Department of Education.